very good morning to everyone, and thank you for tuning in to the Bulletin on this beautiful Sunday morning, the 8th of February 2026. You're listening to a club station of the Sandton Amateur Radio Club, ZS6STN, which is operated today from the Shack of Angus, ZS6 Golf Oscar Oscar. This club bulletin is broadcast every Sunday at 8:45 local time on the following frequencies: 145.700 megahertz FM in the 2 meter band, 7.115 megahertz lower side band in the 40 meter band, via the relay from Chris, ZS6GM. Chris, thank you very much for doing the relay for us. And then we got Echolink, ZS6STN-R. Alright, and then I'd like to thank Keith and them for doing the YouTube rebroadcast of this bulletin. Thank you very much for doing that. In this morning's bulletin, club birthdays and club news, general ham radio news, and then special topic of interest and discussion, and then also call-ins on 40 meters and 2 meters. Okay, firstly, let's start with some club birthdays and club birthdays. Alright, this last week we had 3 birthdays, and this coming week we got 6. Alright, on the 3rd we had Stuart Clark, ZR1 Whiskey Tango, on the 3rd. On the 4th we had, on the 4th we had Pierre Fourie, ZS6 Papa Lima Foxtrot, as well as Leslie Lambie, ZS6 AKR on the 4th. Then today we've got Gerard Renke, ZS6 Charlie Romeo Sierra. We've got Roshini, I'm going to bugger this up, sorry, Maharaj, ZS5 Juliet Alpha Sierra. And then Reno Power, for the 9th we've got Reno Power, ZS6 Romeo Yankee November. Then Derek Middleton on the 10th, ZS6 Delta Mike. Then we've got on the 12th, we've got Richard Dismore, ZS6 Tango Fox. And then we've got Johannes Heldenboom, ZS6 Juliet Charlie Golf. For the people who had birthdays this last week, I hope you guys got spoiled rotten. And then for the coming week, guys, I hope the days are going to be filled with good memories with families and friends. And then let us move to some club news. Anyone would like to add club news? ZS6STN is now listening.
ZS6 Hotel India.
6HI, good morning to you there. Take a round from ZS6STN.
Good morning, Angus. Broadcast well received at Mike QTH. Thank you very much. So a little bit of club news. The RAE, and that's obviously the amateur radio exam preparations for the next amateur radio exam, which I think is in April, is pumping at the moment. We had a very good first practical QSO session this last week. It took quite a while to go through everyone, but it was a good session, and I hope that all the new candidates have a little bit more inspiration and a little bit more idea on what they got to say on air, and that will be continued. I know that Brandon and Mark, ZS6 AMF, Brandon, ZS6 Limazuli, have also offered follow-up QSO practice sessions, so that's going very well at the moment. Big thank you to all of the lecturers and to Gerrit, ZS6 GVH for all the coordination of that. And following on from that, there will be on the 21st of February, will be the first HF assessment. That will be taking place at the premises of Keith, ZS6 Hotel India, and everyone is welcome to come through and meet the candidates if they would like to do so. But we will be on air trying to get 5 contacts for everybody. That means please mark the date, 21st of February. We'll probably be on air from around late morning on the Saturday morning, looking for contacts for the students. And there are a number of students, so it will take a little while, and we would appreciate your patience and being on air for them. Then a big thank you to Mark, ZS6AMF. He is obviously managing our new website, and if you haven't been gone through and had a look at the new website, do yourself a favor and go and have a look at the new ZS6STN website. It's very, very dynamic now, and it links through to all of our publications on YouTube as well, and all the banner ads that are being posted on various activities and events are all dynamically uploaded to the website. So it's a great place to go as a single resource for you. And as you're aware, we are publishing the Power Hour Tech Talks and the bulletins on YouTube, and lots of banner ads advertising the various events. Then just to let you know, on the QRP contest, all the certificates have been sent out to all the participants that submitted their logbooks. So a very big thank you to all those participants. And that includes the results of the contest that was announced earlier this month, as well as all their logbooks, their assessed logbooks. So looking forward to the next leg of the QRP contest, which unfortunately, well, fortunately or unfortunately, depending on your point of view, takes place on the Saturday during the Easter weekend. It is an afternoon session, so that gives you time to do what you need to do in the morning and get onto the radio in the afternoon. And look forward to that one in April. So, well, let's talk about the Wednesday 80-meter club contest first. That comes up on the 18th of February. So the 18th of February is a RL Wednesday 80-meter club contest. And remember, if you participate in 3 or more club contests during the course of the year that get points for ZS6STN, then you stand in line to receive a T-shirt and a cap. So please switch on your radio during the Wednesday 80-meter club contest on the 18th of February, and then remember to submit your logbooks thereafter. Then besides all the other contests taking place, on the 14th and 15th March is National Field Day. And National Field Day is when we go out to our venue, Sleepy River Caravan Park in Machali's, and we spend the weekend there making radio contacts and having a lot of fun as a team. Now, I know the contest team have already been meeting and preparing their secret innovations for this year's Field Day contests. But if you would like to be part of that contest team, do get involved. Put up your hand, let us know, and we will invite you in. It's not exclusionary. Everybody is able to participate, and if you want to play radio or just visit and come through and have a look at what's going on, you're most welcome to do so. So diarise 15 March. The 14th is the best day if you're going to be a day visitor, because on the Sunday it's fairly slow in the morning, and then we back up and go home. But most of the team will be out there from at least Friday. The Power Hour Tech Talk on the 28th of February is going to be on contesting and logging. And that'll be by Philip, ZS6 Fox Yankee, and he's going to be taking us through a particular logging program called N1MM. And this is a logging program that's used worldwide for contesting by many people. So you may want to attend this one, even if you're not that into contesting and logging. Well, you have to log. So come and have a look and see what N1MM can do for us, and learn a little bit more about contesting and logging. And that'll be at 1900 CAT, or 7 o'clock in the evening, on Wednesday the 28th of February. I think that's probably all enough for me now, Angus. ZS6STN, ZS6HI.
ZS6HI from ZS6STN. Thank you very much for that, Keith, and thanks, Mark, for that website. I did actually, funny enough, have a look at it yesterday. I must say, I take my hat off to you for a job well done there. Anyway, all right, let me move to the HQ SRL news. Okay, in the news today, SRL 2026 SRL National Convention. Share your technical insights on your field day setup and contest news. We begin the news with the silent key. It was a deep regret we announced the key of Jan Erasmus, ZS5 Golf of Richards Bay went silent on Thursday, the 5th of February. We extend our sincere condolences to his wife and his daughter, Irina, ZR4 Echo, and family and friends. Listen to the news bulletin of the South African Radio League. It's the 2026 SRL National Convention. Thank you to everybody who's nominated a fellow radio amateur for an award or a trophy. The names of the various recipients will be made known at the awards dinner on the 2nd of May. Recipients will receive a letter from the SRL Secretary informing them of the awards and trophies. The registration form for the National Convention is available at https://mysrl.org.za/SARL-AMG-2026/. Click on the link and fill in your details. You will see the costs of the Friday evening get together and the awards dinner on the form. Friday evening is 150 Rand per person and Saturday evening is 250 Rand per person. So pay your amounts to the SRL banking account and upload a copy of your PIP on your registration form. The 2026 SRL Convention booklet and the electronic proxy form will be made available on Thursday, the 2nd of April. There is various accommodation options to choose from chalets, cottages, rondavels, bungalows, and caravan and camping. Visit the website at https://thewillowspe.co.za for all the information. The National Convention takes place over a long weekend, so book early. You can also book at Pine Lodge, about 9 kilometers from the Willows, or make use of the menu accommodation website. What about showcasing your club at the convention? I understand that the Northern Cape ARC have some plans, but we don't want to speak outside of the radio room. Which other clubs and groups will be there? What about advertising in the Radio ZS or on the website? Come and set up a table with your equipment. Share your technical insights on your field day setups. The first leg of the SRL National Field Day takes place over the weekend of the 14th and 15th of March at your campsite in your area. We have just over a month to do the planning. On page 15 of the December Radio ZS and on page 10 of the February 2026 Radio ZS will be a call to share your technical insights of the field day setup. We are looking for your technical solutions on the field day operations, i.e. power, antenna, logging, modes, etc. The integration is of new technology, i.e. SDR, mesh networks, or solar power in field scenarios. Examples of how the popularity of parks on the air or summits on the air, portable activities has changed your approach to setting up your field day stations. Examples, how portable antennas or LiFo batteries have replaced the base station antennas and generators. Your article should have a strong how-to component. Tell us how you did it, and important, tell us how you did it. Send your articles to radiozs@srl.org.za. And then club news, as Keith mentioned, everybody please circle the 15th of February on your calendar and get ready to a new insight into logging. The Sandton Power Hour Tech Talk will delight, inspire and educate us all. This topic, a dynamic guest speaker, a well-known Philip Fisher, ZS6 Foxtrot Yankee, will be talking us on Inside Track using N1MM logging software for contests. Having this knowledge and a little practice will give your contest station a boost. Improve accuracy and simply the process of submitting contest logs. For more information, follow closely on the dates. Contest news. Today, 8th of February, sees the once-a-year Hamset QO100 contest. This is an exciting and fun activity aimed to promote contacts between radio amateurs from South Africa and the rest of the world using QO100 satellite. The aim is for stations from ZS to contact different countries as possible. If you do not have a Q100 set up this year, you might want to visit a friend with the station on Saturday and start building yours for the next time. Good luck, and may your LNB be stable. All the details are on page 67 of the 2026 contest manual. And then the 2026 SRL 40-meter contest, the Westlands Amateur Radio Club would like to take its hat off to the Northern Cape Club for their results in the first leg of the 40-meter club contest, landing them top of the leaderboard. At the same time, a well done is also due to the Magaliesburg Club for their performance in third place. As they say, Rome was not built in a day, and this contest series still has a few legs to go. Next up is the 80-meter club contest on Wednesday, the 18th of February. This is an ideal opportunity to get your members on the air and inspire. Use your next club open day to start a support group to help with logs. Explain the properties of a good antenna and discuss the dynamic propagation. This is an opportunity to fly your club flag high and claim the points. The results of the AWA CW activity day, there were 10 stations active on CW, 9 of them on 40, and 1 on 20. In ZS6 Alpha India Alpha was 6 points. Eddie, ZS6B NE, Mickey, ZS5 Quebec Bravo, and Michael, ZS6 Mike Sierra Whiskey with 5 points. Then we had third was Arthur, ZS5 Delta Uniform Victor with 2 points. And then the AWA station score was 9 points. The results of the 2025 SRL 6-meter, Equinox 6-meter Africa DX Challenge. A log was unfortunately left off the results, sent out on the 29th of December. 5 logs were received for the challenge. The corrected results are as follows. First was ZS6 November Killer, with 60 unique entries worked, so it was 228 points. Jack, ZS6 Juliet Killer, worked 32 unique entries, which was 123 points. Third was Coral, ZS6 Whiskey November, 30 unique entries worked, which is 115 points. Fourth was Peter 51 Papa Juliet. He worked 20 unique stations, which is 77 points. And third was Johan, ZS6 Juliet Bravo Zulu. He worked also 20 stations and he got 76 points. Victor 51 was awarded the African DX entity based outside of the ZS category. ZS6 November Killer was the winner of the ZS base category. Propagation report. Hannes Kutsia, ZS6 Bravo Zulu Papa, reports that the solar activity for the week is expected to be at moderate to high levels. There is currently 9 sunspot regions with simple to complex magnetic configurations visible. There is a high possibility of C and M class solar flares and a low probability of X class solar flares. If you want to do your own frequency prediction, the effective sunspot number for the week is around 81. The 10 to 30 meter band may provide some good DX fun in the mornings and in the late afternoons. Please visit the website spaceweather.sanzo.org.za for further information. Some upcoming events. Today is the Hamset ZS6STN QSR parties. Then 11th of February is International Day of Women and Girls in Science. 13th of February is World Radio Day. 14th of February is Valentine's Day. 14th and 15th is the CQWW WPX RTT contest, and the Sasselberg Amateur Radio Club supports the Ride for Sights cycle race. So the 16th of February is the May ARE registration opens, and then the 17th of February is the partial solar eclipse, and then 18th of February is the start of Ramadan, and the SRL Wednesday 80-meter club contest. Right, I don't think anybody would like to add anything. I'm going to move over to my topic of interest, if you don't mind. Right, something I was thinking about the other day, and I thought, well, that will actually be a nice topic of interest. What makes an effective radio antenna? An effective radio antenna is the definition, is defined by its ability to convert maximum transmission power into radiated electromagnetic waves transmitting, or converting maximum incoming radio waves into signal for the receiver rather than wasting the energy by heat. An effective antenna system is achieved through a combination of proper resonant lengths, low resonant materials, and precision impedance matching with the transmitter or the receiver. There are key factors that make an effective antenna. Firstly, resonance and length. Resonance length. The antenna must be cut to the correct length related to the wavelength of the signal that is meant to be handled, with half wavelength being the most common effective length for many types. Impedance matching. The antenna's impedance, typically 50 ohms, must match the transmitter's radio of maximum power reflection. The voltage standing wave ratio VSWR under 2.2 to 1 is essential, with 1 to 1 being ideal. Then resonant frequency. When an antenna is resonant, its resistance components are maximized for radiation, while reactive components, which do not radiate, are minimized. Then, high radiation resistance, low loss resistance. Efficiency is largely defined by the ratio of radiation resistance to loss resistance. High radiation resistance, this represents the energy actually converted into radio waves. Low resistance is representing energy lost by heat, typically due to the ohmage losses in conductors, which is the skin effect, or the ground losses. Materials of choice. Using high conductive materials like copper or aluminium reduces the ohmic losses and increases efficiency. About design and geometry. Size. Generally, larger antennas have a larger efficiency because they can match better resonance at the low frequency. Electrical small limitations. When antennas are much smaller than the wavelengths, i.e. mobile phones, they become inherently less effective because of their radiation resistance, making them less sensitive. Polarization. The antenna's orientation must match the polarization of the radio waves, vertical or horizontal, to ensure the maximum signal transfer. Sorry about that, had to change papers there. Fourthly, is the environment and physical placement. Height and location. Placement of an antenna on a high mast or roof, free of obstructions, buildings, ground and trees, significantly boost efficiency. Ground planes. For vertical antennas, a proper ground plane or radiation system is essential to provide a return path for current and prevent ground losses. Free from obstructions, avoid nearby metal objects or dense foliage preventing interference and detuning. Other crucial factors: low loss feed lines. The coaxial cable connecting the radio to the antenna should be high quality to prevent signal loss, especially at UHF and VHF frequencies. Directional, which is gain, for long distances, point to point, or specific directional communications. Directional antennas like Yagi Uda are most efficient because of their focus energy and increased gain. Then waterproofing. For outdoor antennas, sealing connections with coax sealing or tape prevents corrosion and water entering the cable, which destroys the efficiency over time. So, a summary: your VSWR needs to be low, between 1.1 to 1.5 to 1. The length, resonance, is either half wave or quarter wave. Radiation efficiency must be high. 90% is ideal. In materials, high conductivity materials, i.e. copper, and then placement, high and unobstructed. Okay, that was just something I just picked up and I thought I would share it. Anyway, if anyone would like to add anything, the ZS6STN is now listening.
ZS6HI?
6HR, good morning, take another round.
Thank you, Angus. Yeah, antennas are fascinating, and if you go and have a look at some of the weird antennas that people use, like connecting their coax to barbed wire fence and or electric fences and all sorts of weird and wonderful things. Radiator, just make sure it's electrically conductive and it can work. Obviously, efficiency may not be the best, but it is interesting. Thank you for the Tech Talk. And just a correction on the date for the Power Hour Tech Talk. I think I said the 28th of February, but Mark ZS6 AMF corrected me. It's the 25th of February, Wednesday evening, 25th of February at 7 o'clock in the evening. Thanks there, Angus, ZS6STN, ZS6HI.
ZS6HR from ZS6STN. No problem at all there, Keith. Thank you to everybody out there listening. We trust that you've enjoyed the bulletin today. Feel free to give us comments or any constructive criticism. Thank you for the stations who've assisted with relays and the broadcasting, and to those who've contributed to the content from time to time. Join us again next Sunday at 8:45 Central African Time for a regular bulletin of the Sandton Amateur Radio Club. This brings a close to the weekly club bulletin of the Sandton Amateur Radio Club, ZS6STN. ZS6STN was operated today by ZS6 Golf Oscar. Thank you to all the listeners and 7-3. ZS6STN now relinquishes all frequencies for general use.